You trying to like perform? You like
Action.
action?
Yes. Hello, you guys. How's it going? Bourbon here.
Jamal,
We're here with the Imperfect, I'm Perfect podcast.
I'm perfect.
It's true. I'm the imperfect one.
At what
Clearly.
point do you become perfect? What would
Never.
make you feel that way?
I don't think ever. I don't think.
Obviously,
I mean, I'm pretty close. But you know, no, I'm just kidding.
I try to say, bro. Obviously, we all got improvements.
Oh, of course. You always got to stay green. There's always a way to get better.
Correct. I've been doing nothing but trying to improve all year, but I still think I'm
know.
perfect.
Oh, well.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, and then like tomorrow, I'm more perfect than I was yesterday. So.
Can that be, though? Because perfect is perfection, meaning you're good. There's nothing else to improve on. That's what perfect is. Perfect means the lack of imperfection.
Well, I look at it as like, I'm good as I am, but I'm going to try to continue to improve.
Yeah, but
like
that's not
if
perfect,
this was
though.
the end of it, I would have thought that's good enough. This is the end, bro. What can that? It's been a very, very slow week. I don't want to talk about sad things.
It has been a slow week. I think it's the anticipation of getting ready for the Bahamas. You know, I leave tomorrow, be there a whole week. I've also been sick this whole week.
And we've been together all week.
We have hustling, trying to make it happen for work before we leave, which we did. Yeah. Pulled that off.
That's why we got work together.
I know. I agree with you. I agree with you. We do. It's a beautiful thing.
Do you how was your? Oh, it was Sunday, but how was your weekend?
It was full.
Yeah, you had a lot going on yesterday. How did you manage to get everything done on Friday? So you, cause I've been saying I was gonna pack since like Wednesday, and
you haven't done it yet.
No.
Oh no.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't have the.
We made a goal like by Friday we would have at least all of our clothes, our outfits picked out and packed. And did I go out Friday? I did. I did go out Friday. Yes. So I made sure that before I went out and before we did all our shopping and all that, I had everything already picked. Then we went shopping for whatever was needed. And then, yeah.
Do you, like, you procrastinate?
Oh, 100%. That's why I'm not perfect.
Why? I procrastinate, too. I think I've done better this year, but, oh, boy, I'm in a really bad rut now of procrastinating. I haven't put out a video. I'm so sorry. I'm in this really bad space, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I've never been like this before. First of all, I consistently created and put out a video every single week for almost 3 years.
I know. Your culture breakdown.
Yeah. And now, with the podcast and everything else that's going on in life, I haven't done it in like 3 weeks. But I cannot find a rhythm. Like a couple months ago, it was easy to just record at any given time.
Right.
It was easy to write scripts at any given time. But now I'm like rebalancing my life. Mm-hmm. And then I've been super obsessive over how to make better content. Like I've been watching a ton of other creators trying to figure out how to do it. And I feel like that has put me in like paralyzed me creatively. Like I don't want to move until I figure it out. Mm-hmm. But I keep telling myself I gotta put out this video that I've been working on for 3 weeks. So then like today is Sunday. I tell myself I'm gonna work on the script today, and I'll record tomorrow, and I'll edit tomorrow, and put it out on Tuesday. And then tomorrow comes, and I didn't write the script, so I'm like I'm gonna write it today, and I'm gonna record it today, and then Tuesday comes, and I'm
like, here we are 3 weeks later.
Yes, this has happened for 3 weeks in a row, where I said I'm gonna write it, record it, and edit it, and then I keep pushing it back. I'm like, well, I'll do it on Thursday. I'll do it on Friday. Well, now I might as well just wait until Tuesday. You see, I've done this 3 weeks in a row. I don't know how to stop it.
You got to be intentional, man. Like, that was my whole thing on Friday. I was like, all right, this is what we said. All week, we said we would be packed by Friday. And then Gladys was like, we got to pack today.
Say that all day.
And I was like, you're right. It's Friday. And we said by today we were going to do it because we knew that we had such a packed weekend between, we had 2 birthday parties, 2 graduations that the household just kind of divided and conquered to represent both.
Because you don't know how to say no.
You're right. I don't. And I'm sick on top of that. Which, when I'm sick, I'm just extremely agitated. Like, any little thing, like, just irks me. So It's been a very challenging weekend.
So mine's just been like this, where like I'll say I'm gonna pack on Wednesday, which is well in advance for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like I'm gonna pack on Wednesday. Wednesday comes, I don't pack because something happens,
Mm-hmm.
and now I don't pack. Now I say I'm gonna pack up tomorrow on Thursday, and then that didn't happen on Thursday, and so forth and so on. So here we are on Sunday, and I'm telling myself that's why I said Wednesday, because I knew that I wasn't gonna do it on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So now here goes Sunday, and I'm like, at some point I have to do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it today.
Yep.
I'm going to try to do it today, but I still got a little bit more stuff to buy, and I don't like that. I'm tired of spending money.
So then stop. Don't spend money.
I got to. I gotta buy lotion.
You're so funny.
I really do, bro, and I don't wear lotion. And this is a tough decision.
So get Jergens, because it's
no,
the best
I don't like it. It makes me feel sticky.
So then there's nothing you can get, because then all lotion's gonna make you feel sticky.
That's why I'm gonna be wearing it, bro. I ain't worn lotion in 15 years, and here I am.
It's weird because Melissa's the same way. Like when she applies lotion, she does it with like her two fingers like this, because it's like smothers her almost. It's the weirdest thing.
For 15 years, I have not worn lotion.
So why you gotta wear it now?
Cause I'm going to the beach and my legs gonna be out. I never have my legs out. That's why I don't wear lotion, cause I never have my legs out. I got high socks on. You've never seen me not in like these type of socks.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So I always got high socks on. My legs are always covered, year round. Almost year round, except for when I wear basketball shorts. But I don't care if I'm playing basketball. I don't care how ashy I am. So.
Well, you're gonna be sweating anyway.
Yeah. So now I'm like, bro, I gotta put lotion.
Do you guys wear lotion? Like I can't be without it. I have such dry skin. Like whenever I shower, I cover myself in baby oil gel, and then dry off, and then I still gotta wear lotion.
I don't know how you do that, but your skin is soft though. My hands are typically soft. Not right now, I don't think, but my hands are typically soft because I don't do manual labor. I make it a huge issue to not do manual labor. My hands, I will talk for a living, but I will not do manual labor. But I don't know, bro.
Anyway, I'm sure you don't want to hear how we do and do not wear lotion. So what are we talking about today?
It's been a slow news week too. That's the thing. I don't want to talk about negative things.
Yeah, I was about to say it's been a slow news week because of obviously the big news, which was that shooting. But that's been enough out there. We all know all our hearts hurt. It's sad that we're in that situation. But did Top Gun come out this weekend?
It did.
I need to go see it. Like I really do want to go see that movie.
I never seen number one, so, but I heard that it was good. I saw that it was good. Top Gun came out this week. They put a trailer out for a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. It's called Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
I don't believe it. Let me fact check.
I'm not lying. And
Is it coming out during Halloween or something, or what?
I don't know when it's coming. And Stranger Things came out.
Oh, yeah. I don't care about Stranger Things. It was just way too much drama. It was like
a
whole season of 1 or 2 days. It lost me. The first season was alright. The second one, I was like... And I didn't watch the third. This is the fourth one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them. I don't want to talk about the negative things, but I feel bad for them. Because
what am I looking for? The Winnie the Pooh?
Yes, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. See?
You got it.
You thought
this right here?
Yes. Why do you think I'm lying, bro?
This is ridiculous.
Winnie the Pooh. I never seen the trailer. I just heard about it. You can play it.
Somos la oficina legal del abogado Jesús Reyes.
So, Stranger Things has been interesting so far. But I felt bad for them because the episode 1 came on and it came with a disclaimer that said we shot this.
No, this is insane. This isn't real.
Yes, it is, bro. It is real. Oh, this is not the trailer. Here, let me find you the trailer.
Like, this has... Here we go.
can be mad at the...
Yes, I can.
Okay, come on. Let's watch it. I haven't seen it.
I just want to say I was a huge fan.
Of Winnie the Pooh?
Yes. Really? I had like over 200 Tiggers.
I could see
in
that.
high school.
I could see that. Tigger was the coolest.
I donated them all to the kids' hospital.
That's kind of dope. This is gonna make me talk about something.
What fucking demented shit is this?
Yeah, I know it's a short trailer. It's like a minute and some change. Alright, thoughts then, bro. Thoughts.
I have nothing to say.
Why? What's wrong with doing that? I don't agree. I'm just asking what's wrong with it.
It's just retarded. I mean...
Here's what I'm going to say. I noticed this in Stranger Things, and I just saw it in that Winnie the Pooh trailer. And I think... I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but there are starting to become a lot of elements of YouTube and YouTube editing and YouTube filming styles making it into big budget productions, like that Winnie the Pooh movie or Stranger Things. I'm a little conflicted about it because I'm like, us as YouTubers, you watch YouTube videos. YouTubers have a certain style, transitions and stuff. You don't see that in movies. You don't see it in and to me, it's always like, it's so like iconic or so like based in YouTube. So for instance, like I saw in Stranger Things, it's like this scene where somebody was laying down on the ground and the camera was pushing in towards the person on the ground, and they opened up a briefcase, and when they closed the briefcase, it was like in another scene. And it's like, bro, that's so YouTube to like cover the camera and reveal elsewhere.
Gotcha.
That doesn't happen in movie or TV shows. Like, they don't do transitions like that.
Some. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
So, like that Winnie the Pooh trailer just now with the paws or with the children's hands in the bathtub, like, that's more YouTube than that is cinematic. I mean, by no means am I saying that YouTube isn't cinematic, but it's our style. It's our, like, thing, you know? Like, you would never see that in a movie 5 years ago or 10 years ago. You wouldn't have seen, you know?
Just a random, It's
like editing tricks and traits that we have learned to do as YouTubers, and you can accredit this to a lot of different YouTubers, but those editing tricks and styles are starting to leak their way into film and to TV shows.
Well, because that's what everybody's liking. Like, it's what they're doing, you know? It's what they're watching, so you gotta appeal to the crowd. But
which is fine, but respect the creators, though. Because you will have somebody that's big on YouTube, like a Mr. Beast, ask Netflix for $1 million. He really did this. Asked Netflix for $1 million, and he told him no. And he was like, give me $1 million and I'll make a good show for you. And they was like, no, I'm not giving you no money. And he like, it's so crazy to me. He was like, it's so crazy to me because I don't need their money. I would just do, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, so every so often I would just ask. And they always, all big budget people tell him no. But if you're going to steal his style, or you're going to steal, and that's not his style, but I'm just saying, if you're going to steal our style, then how about you, and not our, because that's not me, but if you're going to steal our concepts as a YouTubers community, then why don't you get YouTubers to build or create things for y'all? It's so corny to me that mainstream is this new media versus old media thing. Old media refuses to accept new media
because it's replacing it.
It is. But it wouldn't if you just coexisted. Stop trying to like fight the fact that we exist.
Yeah.
That creators, YouTubers, podcasters, especially podcasters. That's a big deal in podcasting, right, where TV shows will say and do things to try to get exposure that they know podcasters get on a regular basis. And it's like, well, if you just put the podcasters on your TV shows, then maybe your shows would do better.
Right.
But we don't want to do that because y'all don't know stuff. You know what I mean? You're untraditional or things of that nature.
One thing I saw this week, and I don't know if you know much about, because I sure don't, but it came on my news feed that Ellen did her last show.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
She announced it.
It's like season 19. You couldn't do one more season? But, so here's my question. Was she forced to do it, or did she make the decision on her own based on all the controversy and all that was coming out about how she treats her employees? Did it come out, did she decide to just cancel because she didn't want to deal with that anymore? Or was she forced to cancel because of that stuff? Because apparently it said that this was just a break. It wasn't a goodbye. So is she planning to do another show? Is she planning to go to another network? Like, have you heard anything about it? Or
I don't know specifically what she plans to do next, but...
And she has been for a while, though.
This announcement came on the back end of the controversy.
Right.
So they made this announcement 7, 8, maybe even a year ago.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's been a while. Like, I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, they made the announcement like a year ago saying, like, at the end of the controversy, it was like, hey, the next season of Ellen is going to be the last. They made that announcement quite a while ago. So I did know. And then I also heard somebody mention it last week as well, that it was coming up. But does it matter? Has her show or is old media not run their course? Like David Letterman is on Netflix now, and I love David Letterman on Netflix, but
no, and what he's on Netflix is it's a different style than
correct. But I'm saying like,
but no, I don't.
Do she not just transition elsewhere to something newer, like a newer media platform?
No, I don't know. I think just like you said, we can coexist. You know, you still have both, and you can still have both, and I think there's just something to that traditional talk show. You know.
Then it also, don't everybody have to move on at some point?
No.
19 seasons, you want her to die doing it?
You don't have to move because it's constantly getting better. And you're constantly relevant because what you're doing is just interviewing, you know, the stars, the music, you know, whoever's up and coming or whoever's relevant at that time. So it's always, you know, it's nothing like, it's not stagnant. It's not like if it was a show, like a crime show or something like that eventually, like soap operas, that you're just repeating the storyline over and over and over. It's informational, interesting, entertaining content. So to speak on that, Nori, who is the podcaster of Drink Champs, said this. He said essentially that, and I'm going to pull it up because this was a big deal this week. This did happen, and I forgot about it. He says, I'm going to be honest. Nope. Got to start below that. Okay, he says, Nori has a huge platform. Mm-hmm. His Drink Champs interviews are doing tremendous, and he's had some of the biggest interviews this year. Kanye was there. Then he had Big Sean on after that. He had Drake on recently. Like, Nori has had a great year, right? And so he says, I have been the best to this culture. I have always put hip hop first, and I see you guys go to Ellen and David Letterman and Zane Lowe's and treat them with more respect than the culture, but say you want black excellence. I'm gonna be honest. Even going to Oprah and Gayle is trash at this point. We control our culture. Why go outside of it? David Letterman is my favorite, but man, why go there or Ellen before $1 million worth of Game, Joe, or Drink Champs, or even Twitter? And so he received a lot of support, and then he created a lot of conversation topic. And I thought it was a very interesting point.
So people immediately started saying he was talking about Cardi B. Because in the new season of David Letterman, Cardi is on there. It's Cardi B, Will Smith, Ryan Reynolds, etc., etc. So people immediately saying that he was talking about Cardi.
Okay.
And he eventually came out and said, I wasn't even thinking about her when I said this. I was just speaking in general, right? So my question is to you, what are your thoughts on that? Like, even in the Hispanic community where you have podcasters or TV shows, like, do you feel like it's a slap in the face, or like you stepping away or stepping on your own culture if you go to Ellen, you go to David Letterman, but you don't do these other shows anymore?
I think as a celebrity, as an artist, you are entitled to choose wherever you want to put your information and interview with whoever you want to interview with. I can see why he's taking it personally, but that's his job, right? His job, I guess, is to interview people and get them on the show and all that. And maybe some have said no to him and then gone to these other platforms. But at the end of the day, it's their decision.
To me, that would be corny. That's a good point. And I hadn't even heard nobody mention that.
Make it good enough to where they want to come to your show. Or they want to interview with you. Put yourself on that level of... If people are not coming to you, then maybe it's because you're not on that level. Or you're not making yourself available or open. There has to be something there. Why are they choosing these other platforms versus choosing you? You can't say it's just the culture.
So I'm saying, how can I get to that level if you don't participate? Like,
you got to work for it, bro.
But if the bigger stars, and this is not to say, because huge people go there to Drink Champs and Joe and who else did he name in there? And $1 Million Worth of Game. But my question is, how do we get bigger if a Will Smith don't come sit down with us? If a
you just have to, the same way Ellen had to work her way up, and the same way these other individuals had to work their way up.
But did they really though?
What do you mean,
did they just get put on TV? And I'm not saying that they just got put on TV.
So I can understand the fact that you're on national television and you're being invited to a show that already has its own clout. When you're in our industry doing the podcast, doing this, you have to prove yourself worthy of this person spending their time with you. So I get that you don't have that automatic clout that you have by being on national television. But this is also the platform that you decided to be a part of, and you can't complain about all the bad things about it. You just got to work hard and continue to put out good content and make a name for yourself. And eventually, especially with how the culture is now, just with YouTubers and podcasts, it's getting up there.
So, but it is. And the thing that I'm saying, though, is like, if I was a rapper and I made my way, early on in my career, I'm young, I'm up and coming, and I just want to be on platforms. Breakfast Club gonna let me come on there. Joe Budden gonna let me come on there.
Okay.
Drink Champs gonna let me come on there.
Okay.
Then I become the biggest star in the country. I become the biggest star in the world, but now I don't visit those platforms no more.
See, but that's not the creator's fault. That's the individual's fault for forgetting how they got to where they got.
So that's what he's saying, like,
right.
What? But can you create excellence within your community if your community doesn't continue to, in this case, sit down and talk? Because it's like, I don't even want to say specific communities, but other communities stick together very, very, very well. And I feel like that's a hard thing for black and brown people.
We were just talking about this. We were talking about the reggaeton genre. And how I am not a huge fan of reggaeton by any means. I like the older stuff, right, when they all didn't sound the same. But now they're doing a huge crossover now. It's a lot more popular. Before it was just mainly, Puerto Ricans, then other cultures. Now Colombians are really, dominating the market. But now it's just open for Latinos, which I love, but they all help each other. Like, you have these big names, and they'll feature 2 or 3 different up-and-coming ones and help them get up. And then you see them in the videos, there's 10 of them, just hanging out, having a good time. And that's one thing that I love about our culture with that, is that everybody's family. There's enough there's enough for everybody because everybody has their own style. They have their own voice, their own tone, the own thing that they bring. So nobody feels threatened by it. And the more the merrier, right? Because their goal is to just get reggaeton out there and, you know, put it on a map and get the respect that it deserves, you know. And like J Balvin, he started on YouTube, you know, and started way from the bottom all the way up to the top now. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And yes, that is a problem with our culture. I remember way back when Cardi B and Nicki did Motorsport. I was so excited about that. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. These are two phenomenal women dominating the scene right now. Both similar, but very, very different. Like, I love seeing that. You know, that they're bringing each other up. And then,
yeah.
like, unbeknownst to us at the time, there was this huge drama which caused one of their main, you know, or started the falling out between them. And I'm like, why? There's so much space, you know, for everybody. Like, you don't have to just like one person.
I think it's just unfortunate for people to like I understand Nori's point, but I think that
I feel like he's just crying. He's just complaining.
Yeah, I get that, but I feel like somebody, because if I was in his situation, I would feel the same way too. Like, why can't we just get bigger interviews then? Like, we really put on for the culture. We sit down. I'm not sitting here talking to somebody for 4 hours about music. Like, we having real life conversations. We really getting into good stuff. So why basically can't the entire cast of rappers, artists, and black celebrities be available for us as well as it is like a David Letterman and stuff like that?
So I think that's a question that needs to be put out there.
That's what he was asking, basically.
Yeah, but he said it in a, like...
No, he did.
Yeah.
He was saying, like, I don't...
It's like, almost complaining about it, but like a serious... Look, you came onto my show before. We had interviews before when you were up and coming. Now that you've made it, what's preventing you from showing me a little bit of love now? Because I showed you love when you weren't anything yet.
Correct. So I'm saying, like, is that not the problem with the... Like...
But that's a problem with the artist, I feel like. Yeah.
It is. That's what I'm saying. So, like... If that's the problem with the artist, then why isn't it okay to call it out then? To say, because they might not even be aware that they're doing this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that's a conversation that he should have with people individually, not put it out. Because this right here, it comes across to me as you're just complaining. Like, woe is me. I want to get bigger and I can't because blah, 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 blah. Which, you know, that's not our mentality. Our mentality is we do whatever we have to do to get it done. And if you can't, then has he reached out to these said individuals that he feels should be on his show and haven't made him be like, hey, you know, is there some, like...
No, I'll be upset, though. I'll be upset.
I would be upset, too.
If on this platform, me and you did nothing but support, let's say...
Local...
No, just any... I'm talking about stars, like Cardi B, J Balvin, Bad Bunny, and then... Our platform was big enough to host an interview with these individuals. They look in, they going around on their media outlet tours, and we reach out. Or they reach out to us, but then they choose to go sit down with Jimmy Fallon because he's on national TV, and I'm not going to say because he's white, but I would feel some type of way. I would be upset about that.
But I would think that there's a reason why. Like, that's just too black and white for me. Why don't you want to come back to our podcast? Or why don't you want to interview with me and Jamal? That would be my question. Like, what are we doing that you feel it's better for you? Especially if we have the views, especially if we have the followers. And this is, like...
See, so and I wouldn't be mad if it was... They didn't sit down with us black and brown podcasters, but they went to those podcasters. I wouldn't be mad. That's hate. For me to be like, well, why'd you go sit down with them at that podcast? But to say, like, why'd you go to those guys over there is different. It's like...
So is he making this a racial thing? You'd rather go sit with the white people than to come and sit with your own people?
I think a little bit of that. Because he's saying, like,
which makes no sense, because wouldn't your community watch your own culture? Like... I
would watch a Cardi B interview with Drink Champs. I was about to say before... David Letterman, but I'm gonna watch the David Letterman regardless. But I would sit. I would be more excited to see a Cardi B sit down with us than I would be for her to sit down with Ella. I just would.
I mean, I don't know.
I feel like she
and
would
also
be
you
different.
also got to think that I hate that everything is always thrown into the racial card, or it's because they're white, it's because they're this, but it also could be, all right, I already know my people got my back. I'm trying to reach other markets that don't listen to our podcast or to Joe Button or all the other ones. Going to a different market will reach other people. So the same people that are watching Ellen are not going to be the same people that's watching Joe Button.
Correct. So that's what my argument is. Do both.
All right.
But they just do one. And it's typically
because they already have the support.
That's corny.
No, I agree. I agree with you. But on a marketing tactic or a strategic plan to get your content or yourself more out there to other people, then you're going to go to where those people go.
It doesn't matter, and we can wrap up here. It doesn't matter how big I get, how big we get. I will always be excited to go sit down at the Breakfast Club.
Oh, for sure.
I don't care if I became the president of this country. I will.
But would you not also go sit with David if you invited us?
I would sit with David. I would never go to Ellen.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I would never go sit down with her or Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, because I don't even relate or like their show like that. So I'm only gonna sit down with the people that I actually like. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about broadening my audience. I like David Letterman.
But that's you. People that are on the come up and people that are there, they do want that, because that's how they get paid. To you, fame is not important, right? Celebrity status is not important to you.
But also just doing things that I think is cool is what I think is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but a lot of people are not like that.
I know.
Absolutely.
For you to go to Ellen,
because I'm a fan and I've been watching her show. Right.
But I wouldn't I don't think she's that great. Like, I mean,
I think she's hilarious.
I do think she's great at her job. She's funny. She's very funny. But like as an interviewer, it's like, I mean, it's pretty surface level. It's shallow. It's entertainment. Right. But I think David Letterman gives great interviews. Mm-hmm. I think Breakfast Clubs give great interviews. Right. Even Drink Champs. You bound to have a great interview when somebody's drinking for 4 hours. All kind of wild things are going to be said. But I don't think that no matter how big I get, I would never not do both. If I'm going to do one, it would be with the people that I enjoy the most. But I would do both. My interview with David Letterman would come out.
And that's you. So I don't think it's so much. I think it's the actual individuals and the artists that are not staying true to their roots and not supporting the people that got them where they're at. So you need to check yourself.
And you know me.
If you're that person.
I just told you this on Friday. I'm going to change. When we get money, we get bigger followings, I'm going to change. Jay-Z said it. I didn't make all this money to stay the same. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me, bro? I'm going to change. But I would not do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's certain things. I'm telling y'all right now. It look totally different. I'm super diva with money and
I'm starting to see that.
What the freak ever?
I
don't have no money.
And I honestly think a lot of me will stay the same. But I also live my life to the fullest now anyway. With or without money.
Oh, now I see what you're saying. Like what I'm saying. This has nothing to do. That's funny. No.
Nah, when I got some extra money throw away and I get everything sculpted, then yeah, you'll see. You'll see everything change.
Stan called me last night and was like, asking me what I was doing in regards to the fight, whatever. And then he was like, babe, Maul got his body done. I was like, bro, stop telling people that. No, I didn't.
Look, I'm excited.
I would if I had the money.
I already told Claudia, I was like, look, when we get back from the Bahamas, I'm going to start training with Jamal. I'm going to sacrifice to get up earlier so that we can get in the field earlier. And then, yeah, as long as you're committed to me. I can't say no.
Of course, I work out all the time.
So, I think that would be good.
Hopefully, we'll be a little bit closer.
I have a winter body. It's too late for the summer.
Nah, we got a whole year. Just get ready.
Oh, for next summer? Yeah.
Whole year. Because now, like, this summer is coming up, And I'm like, boy, I wish I started a year ago. Maybe I would have some abs. Maybe I have some buns of steel.
I just have a feeling it doesn't matter what size I am. I'm never going to look in the mirror and be happy with what I see. I hope that's not the case. But there's only one way to find out, right? It's to actually do the work and put it in and then see.
You will be. Because I still look in the mirror, like I said at the beginning of the podcast. I still think about improving. But I'm like, no, I'm cool, bro. I think I look cool in the mirror, and then when I sit down and I look down, I'm like, I still got a lot of work to do. So
I think I look cool in the mirror, too, when I'm naked because of my tattoos. That's about it, which is why I have so many.
I don't be naked in the mirror.
Oh.
Dancing in the mirror.
I do it all.
Nah, no way. I've never done that.
And, do you guys see yourself naked in the mirror?
Everybody see themselves naked in the mirror, but I mean like dancing in the mirror.
Oh, well, I mean, I get ready to music, so.
So you be in there in the morning time? Because I be hearing you listening to music. That's what take you so long? You in there dancing? On
that note, you guys have a great one. We will see you. Our next show episode will be in the Bahamas. I'm looking forward to sharing that experience with you.
Are we going to record on the beach or the balcony?
I don't know. But I definitely think we should do it Saturday because we leave Sunday. So, so that we could just talk about our trip and what we like, what we didn't like, and, maybe throw up some pictures of our outfits, you know what I'm saying? Because we both stepping out of our comfort zone. So I'm excited about that. But anyway, you guys, thank you so very much for tuning in.
Be recording in at least one outfit.
For sure. Which one's that going to be? I have one that I feel like a boss.
Saturday, you already know what I'm wearing, so
I'm excited.
Be on this podcast.
Anyway, I'm out, y'all. I'm out. I got stuff to do.